So you about to come on the rap? I mean, come on, Ebony Sports Reporters.
Y'all on the air?
Yeah, we about to go on right now. We coming on right now.
Okay, that's why.
Tell them run it all. I wake up. Yeah. I wake up, flex, I'm down now. Check, no drip, just wet. Tell them run it all. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might. Tell them run it all. I wake up. Yeah. I wake up, flex, I'm down now. Check, no drip, just wet. Tell them run it all. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it all. I wake up, flex, I'm down now. Check, no drip, just wet. Tell them run it all. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it all. 9 out of 10 roll through my hands, I'm by my lonely. Turned to a savage, now my baby wants to hold me. I love my fans, don't need no friends, I got my homies. Thought I could trust you, I find out you tried to zone me. I'm number one up on that court, I'm Nick McGrady. The first one in, the last one out, can't call me lazy. Put in my hours, send the invoice and they pay me. I need 6 rings like MJ and Tom Brady.
It's saying we're in the show. What? Oh, okay.
Your computer, either my computer, something is a little behind. I don't think they're jiving. You know how you say they're on the same page.
Mm-hmm.
Something is wrong.
Someone else will be joining us, and I need to send him the agenda.
Link.
Huh?
The link and the agenda. You gave him the link already?
I gave him the link. And I'm sending an agenda right now, and that is Tony Mitchell.
Really?
Yeah, that was
Tony is not coming. Tony, if you looking, I know you ain't coming.
I just sent him the link. He said, "Thank you, sir." He didn't want to know.
And the way his Denver Broncos gear too.
That's why I'm going to say one of the topics. We want to just go ahead and jump right into that, even though we had it down at another point. But yeah, we can jump right in that, especially when Tony Mitchell he comes on board with regards to this. So yes, indeed. Ebony Sports Reporters, Jamal Teray, and we got Coach Julius Hall in the house. Coach Stone will be joining us. Coach Al, he's refereeing, probably, cheating for somebody, that's related to Florida. If they're from Florida, he's gonna be looking out for them. So I'm just saying.
I hear you saying that cheating for somebody.
Florida, somebody with some Florida connection. I'm just saying, hey, some Florida connection. I know, Coach Al. We said all y'all share. Ebony Sports Reporters, we're in the house. And so, like I said, we may have another coach join us. That's Coach Tony Mitchell from Savannah High School, Savannah High School legend. And so, but we'll roll on with it with Coach Julius Hall. So, Coach Julius Hall, I know that you were quite saddened and you were a little, teary-eyed. You might have got a little, major teary-eyed with regards to when you heard the announcement, when you heard about Tom Brady, when you heard that Tom Brady he finally decided to retire. He decided to finally give it all up. So, yes, Coach Julius Hall, what's your thoughts with regards to Tom Brady not deciding to give it all up?
I think you're talking about Coach Al. Coach Al was the one that was suicidal that Tom Brady, that's his team, the Bucks. I wanted Tom Brady to retire last time. That's when he really should have went out, was last time. He had no right coming back. Y'all saw Tom Brady throwing balls in the dirt. missing wide open receivers, couldn't get out the pocket. He did the right thing. He saw the videos. He went back and saw the videos I saw. So now he's out taking care of his kids, trying to take care of his mental health because he mad because Griselle bunching done left him. So he'll be all right.
And, Tom Brady is gone. Tom Brady, for those who are from certain groups of people are not fans of Tom Brady and the Patriots because their dynasty got started after they cheated the Raiders, but then they create the Tuck rule because, again, they know it was a fumble. It was a fumble. They cheated the Raiders. And so, again, Raider Nation, I think everybody's ecstatic about that and say that he should have been gone. And then some had tried to say that Tom Brady played it right. He did it right. I'm like, okay, y'all saying that, but what about Deflategate? Deflategate. But they say he did it the right way. And I'm trying to figure all that out. I'm like, all right.
I'm still trying to figure out how they could say that he's the greatest NFL player of all time. He only won more Super Bowls than anybody. Who that was? Was it Bill Russell that won 11 NBA championships?
Yeah.
So, Bill Russell he won 11 NBA championships and still isn't considered the greatest player ever. They give that to Michael Jordan, then LeBron and Kobe. So you can't put Tom Brady up there just because he won more Super Bowls than anybody, because he had to throw that ball to somebody.
Right.
That defense had to play and keep the other team out of the end zone.
That's right.
I don't agree with him being the greatest football player of all time. I don't.
All right. And so that's one of the things we're looking at. So they call him the greatest NFL player. So who would you consider being the greatest NFL player? Or so some of the ones you think would be the greatest NFL player?
Well, when you're looking at impact of the game, you have to look at really the running back. See, because the running back, once he get the ball, he got to do what he got to do on his own. The quarterback, he throwing the ball and giving the ball off to whoever it is. That running back got to do what he has to do once you give him the ball. So the greatest offensive position is the running back. He has to hit the hole without tipping and cut, juke and jive until he can break loose. Yeah, the most elusive player was Barry Sanders by far, him and Chuck Foreman. Nobody could tackle those guys because they had too much of this in them. But I would say that the greatest running backs, and I'm saying this from a running back perspective, and it ain't even Emmitt Smith because all he did was just run straight ahead. I would say it would have to be Walter Payton, Jim Brown, and OJ. Those guys revolutionized running backs. The running back position in football. Everybody saw these guys and just knew that that's what football was all about. You get excited seeing a running back break loose and run 50 yards for a touchdown for a 50-yard gain. You don't get excited about no quarterback throwing nothing. Ooh, what quarterback ever excited you about throwing the pass? None.
That's what they say. They say that pass, bam, those spirals. That again,
Peyton was probably the only one that you could say that when he dropped back, you knew it was greatness coming out of his hand. Peyton Manning. We used to holler back in the day, Peyton. Because we knew Peyton was fit to throw that ball.
Okay.
Even when he was at Tennessee. That's what we used to holler.
Okay. All right. And I'll agree. I was going through the, Jim Brown. Jim Brown had an impact. Jim Brown. And so now you mentioned one person. You mentioned a couple of people. Who would you say are the greatest players in any sport? The greatest winner of any sport?
Well, you still got to go back to the one who won the most championships out of anybody. you got it goes all the way across to basketball with Bill Russell with 11 championships, Tom Brady with 7 championships, Michael Jordan with 6 championships, Kobe Bryant with 5, LeBron James. So you really can't. I mean, you could pick a winner. Look at hockey. What his name was? Wayne Gretzky.
Mm-hmm.
You know, these guys were awesome players in their respective sports. And so you just can't signal out one great player. But if you're talking about, and then you're talking about go to baseball, who hit the ball better than Barry Bonds? King Griffey. Babe Ruth, he had a master swing. He did. But Babe, when there was only 5 players on the field, I think. He played so long ago, it wasn't even 9 players on the field. When New York won 26 championships. You know, the Yankees won 26 championships.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So
who do you give that to? You got Aaron Judge knocking the cover off the ball now. And you got all these players coming from other countries that are dominating the Major League Baseball now. So, and tennis, do you give it to Serena Williams for being the greatest? I mean, it's all, you can't just name one player. But if I had to, I would say from an impact sport, it would be Bill Russell with what he did.
Okay. All right. And so again, and in tennis, Margaret Court, because Serena hasn't passed her. So, some people go and say that. But so now we come to something that, got a number of people saddened because Kansas City was going to win the game. Kansas City was going to win the game, but for Joseph Asai. Joseph Asai caused the Chiefs to win the game. Chiefs won the game because of Joseph Asai. So what's your thoughts with regards to Joseph Asai and what transpired?
Well, I wouldn't take it so hard. The guy is a hell of a ball player. You get a little emotional if anybody played sports and you're competitive. He pushed Patrick Mahomes. Y'all do see this, right? Y'all do see that. He pushed Patrick Mahomes. Don't hate Jamal. He pushed Patrick Mahomes out of bounds while he was out of bounds. But that's part of football. Then they wasn't about to win the game. It still was tied. So they would have went to overtime and settled it. But then when he did that bumhead play, it happens all the time. Sometimes you don't realize where the quarterback is when you're tackling him. But if you're standing up the way that he was, he pushed him and gave him the extra push, and then your players right there, you should know that, I'm out of bounds. So, yeah, he took it kind of hard. He was on the bench crying after the game. But I don't think that it was just a football move, It's a football move. It's a football play. So I don't think he should take it that hard.
But you said that they were not going to win. They were in Burrowhead. So again, they had home field advantage. They were in Burrowhead.
But Burrowhead
Stadium. They were in Burrowhead Stadium.
Arrowhead. They got Joe Burrow right with that. He done beat him 3 times. But is the charm, baby. The one next one we go. Kansas City laid down. I picked them to win the Super Bowl, but the way that the Philadelphia Eagles is playing right now, Jamal, I don't know. I probably have to wait till game time. It's a game time decision on call me and find out game time.
Right. Yes. And so,
you're trying to hold me to that.
and it also appears, not just at his Burrowhead Stadium, but that as Pedro Martinez once said, who's your daddy? And so everybody was saying that Patrick Mahomes' daddy is Joe Burrow. Who's your daddy, Patrick Mahomes? Who's your daddy? Joe Burrow. So that's what some people are saying.
Joe Burrow. Hey, man. Joe Burrow, the thing about this league is, look at all the quarterbacks in there. All these quarterbacks are positioning themselves for greatness later on.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. You got some young quarterbacks.
Oh, yes.
And you got some young quarterbacks. And hopefully, this is going to be the excitement that we see for a long time with these quarterbacks, you know? So, yes. And we move on. Now, I was hoping Coach Tony Mitchell will be here right now, but I'll throw it out there to you. Sean Payton is now gone. Sean Payton is now with the Denver Broncos. Denver Broncos now has Sean Payton as their head coach. What's your thoughts on that, Coach Julius Hall? I sent Tony the link again. So, Tony, click on that link if you want to come on. Coach after a while, and I sent Tony the link. Coaches don't win games, Jamal. You know that. They influence the game, but they don't win the game. The players win the game. The coach has to put the right players in, so you give him some credit for doing that. But he does not win games. Sean Payton won in New Orleans with the right quarterback. He'll win in Denver if they can get the right people around Russell Wilson. So it just remains to be seen. I don't think that he's going to make that big a difference if you don't get the right players and doing the right thing. Look at San Francisco defense with DeMarco Ryan. If the DeMarco team got eaten up by Philadelphia, so he put that defense in, which was great, but then they went and made adjustments in Philadelphia to be ready for that defense. So, you can put the right defense in, but if you go to Houston and don't make the right moves, your defense, what you think your team gonna be, the old Tampa Bay that won Super Bowl with Chucky? When they let Tony Dungy win and he took Chucky defense and with Warren Sapp and all of them and Brooks, he can go there and probably do that and shut some teams down, but he still got to score. Your offense got to score to win. Your defense can shut people down, but still you got to have some offense. Okay. Yes. So Sean Payton will be there, get Nathaniel Hackett out. Bam, he's gone. And so to revamp life in Russell Wilson and Sierra, so then that way it'd be better. And Russell Wilson and Sierra are going to be here this month. Are you going to go see them, Coach Julius Hall? They're going to be here this month. Well, I'll tell you like this. I will go see them if the tickets are free. Tony Mitchell, why are you on here commenting instead of being in the show? I got ice in my mouth. So yeah. That's what I want to know. You got the link. Click on the link. And that's why this will be so. That's why I want to have to make sure that he was on here, because the next question is pertinent. Who will be better out in Colorado this season coming up? Who will have a better time in Colorado coming up in 2023, 2024? Who will have a better season? Will it be Deion Sanders or Sean Payton? Who will have the best season
out those two in Colorado, since Tony said Colorado is almost being in heaven, being in the Rocky Mountains. So that's why, which one's going to have heaven? Which one might have hell?
Well, I'm going to give you my predictions, and maybe you should jot down this time at 20 minutes on February 2nd, 2023. I'm telling you that Deion will have the better time. Deion will beat. Yes, it will, Tony. Deion will have the better season. See, what you're talking about is recruiting versus money. Deion, with his statute, is going to recruit great players. Sean Payton is limited on what he can have because he can't get the greatest players. So it's money against recruiting. Deion can recruit for free. Everybody want to go there and play for Deion. Sean Payton he got the salary cap. So he's not going to be able to do everything in 1 year. So Deion will have a better year. I got Tony, you going to get mad. But your team will probably win 9 games this year and miss the playoffs again. They'll be 9-8 and miss the playoffs. I don't think they can get in the playoffs in that division with that conference with a 9-8 record. And I got Deion. This is the season. They played 12 games last year. They played 13. 1 year they played 12. The next year they played 13, right? That's the way they do it. Every year they alternate. 12 games, 13. 12 games, 13. So there's 13 games coming up, and I got Deion being 9-4.
Wow.
9-4 at Colorado. Because see, when you got the great players in those key positions, how y'all in play? Okay. You focus on Colorado right now. I tell you what, get us tickets to the game. Me and Jamal going with you. But Deion probably be about 9-4. Bowl eligible, so he'll be in the bowl. His statue is going to rise. Everybody got to stop hating on Deion. Deion is doing what's best for Deion. Like everybody in this world does what's best for them. Now Tony say they might miss 1 game. What game is that? They might lose 1 game. I don't know. The hype wins 2 games. You know, the hype. Those teams are going to be hyped up playing against Deion. So, you know, emotions and hype sometimes outdo talent. You know, the emotions and hype sometimes outdo talent. You can look at how TCU beat Michigan. That's emotions and hype. TCU gets slaughtered by Georgia. If Michigan would have played Georgia, that would have been all the way to the door. So it was talent. It was hype beating talent when TCU beat Michigan. If they face Michigan right now, Michigan will beat them probably 55-7. Beat them worse than Georgia did.
Okay. All right.
Kareem Butler.
They might lose tonight,
son. In Atlanta, Georgia, looking at the Ebony Sports Reporters. Y'all share, and make sure you give me a call, Kareem, later on tonight.
And so now we move into another area, and that's with regards to Breonna Stewart. With regards to her not leaving the Seattle Storm and not making a trek over to the New York Liberty. And she went and expressed that she's going to go to the biggest city, the most extravagant city, the city that is the city of lights, and she's going to showcase what she can do to make the WNBA look even greater. What's your thoughts with regards to Breonna Stewart not leaving the Storm and not going to New York? As she said, other people say there are super teams all around. So this is going to be a super team, as they say, in New York.
Well, when you get star athletes going to big city teams, New York, where are the big markets at now? You got to think about it. New York, Texas,
Chicago,
California, Florida, and Georgia. These are the big markets. These are the money-making markets. Those are hubs for the NFL and NBA and Major League Baseball. So she's not doing anything wrong. You have to have that. She's marketable, and she has that marketability to get those contracts. She got other players that'll come in and get around them. I think that we should have these players making. I know I heard the top salary was like $50,000-$60,000. These players should not make less than, and the NBA should gather around these teams, to support these teams, especially if you got an NBA team in your city. The NBA, these coaches, before they go under, they need to make a partnership with the NBA owners. If the NBA owner don't own their teams already, they got to pay these girls. And if the NBA team owns the WNBA team, that's all the reason to pay them, because you're paying these guys $40 million a year, but you got the females, you're paying $50,000 a year.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I know it's all about ratings and TV and advertising and everything, but you have to look at what is best for the league and what is best for the overall sport. Girls basketball is just as exciting as men's basketball when you're talking about top teams. So it has to be some movement and improvement, Jamal.
Mm-hmm. Oh yes, we're right there. We agree with you on that. So yes, and now we're gonna come to one of your favorite sports, one of the sports that touches your heart. We're now gonna come to hockey, and guess what? The Golden Jet passed away.
Bobby Hull. See, I keep up with hockey. Wayne Gretzky, Bobby Hull. I mean, I just didn't like hockey. I mean, I didn't play hockey. I've never had a hockey stick. I've never had a hockey puck in my hand. I've never had on skates. I can't skate. So it is something that does not interest me in the least bit. That's like Jeff Van Gundy telling me he coaching basketball. He don't even know what a basketball rack looked like.
Whoa.
So but hockey and Bobby Hull passed, and he was one of the great ones. Him and Wayne Gretzky, they were hockey, and probably in 10 years we'll have a different hockey perspective, because we're integrating that sport.
Well, I'll say this to you, Coach Julius Hall. We ain't got to wait 10 years. We have the Ghost Pirates here. The Ghost Pirates are right here. We need to see the Ghost Pirates. Ghost Pirates, Ghost Pirates, Ghost Pirates. We need to set it up. Our Black Media, Ebony Sports Reporters, be right there at the Ghost Pirates, which is a hot ticket. People are there. People enjoying themselves. So we need to be right there with them.
Well, let's go and drink a beer and eat a hot dog or something and eat some popcorn.
Wow.
If I fall asleep, just nudge me.
Wow. Okay.
Boring to me.
Yes.
Lisa Miller Blakely sponsored a hockey game. She was the hockey what they call it, the matron she was. I don't know what she was. Your grand marshal. I don't know what she was. She was a.
Did she drop the puck? Did she drop the puck?
And they run them out. Didn't even know who.
Yes. Okay. All right. So we move on. Again, Empire State. Empire State is New York, because they have the Empire Building there. You got New York right there, the Empire Building, right there in New York. And after on Sunday, what then occurs Sunday, Monday, people could see green lights going around the Empire State Building. What's your thoughts on that, Coach Julius Hall?
They're getting ready for St. Patrick's Day, I guess.
Ooh. Some people were not happy about that, saying that this is New York Giants town, this is the Jets town. It is not about having somebody from outside of here be represented like that. So yeah, they're upset.
That's that division, and you got to stick with your division. And me in the same division, and now you going and playing Coach DeLoach in another division, and there's 5 teams over there, and you beat me out to get there. Why am I gonna hate on you for the other team to beat you? You're in my division, so any way that I can help you, that's what I need to be doing. So if that's green for the Philadelphia Eagles, then New York didn't do anything wrong. They won't man, these people need to get off of that. Y'all need to get off of that. You too. Because see, I got a team in the Super Bowl. I'm gonna adopt Philadelphia right now. So I got 2 teams in the Super Bowl.
Okay.
You got to drop a team. Okay. I'm dropping the New Orleans Saints.
Okay. I'm
dropping the Saints. I got Saints hat and gear and everything. I love the Saints. But when they got rid of Jameis Winston, then I thought that and Drew Brees left, I got to get rid of them. So I'm no longer a Saints fan. I'm adopting the Philadelphia Eagles. So that's my team. It's Philadelphia Eagles. Okay.
How long is this adoption for? Is it for a lifetime or for a short time?
Well, see, that's the thing. I get to decide the rules.
Ooh.
Because, see, it's my emotions that I have to worry about. It's my heart that I got to worry about whether I'm going to have a heart attack, worrying about whether the Atlanta Falcons scored a touchdown or not. Or whether, like all those poor Dallas fans, they all on suicide watch. So, it's my decision. If I got 2 teams and all you got is 1, so you just got 1. If I got 4 teams and all you got is 1, that's you. Right. I got 4. I can celebrate when I go to I might cut this jersey and put half of Philadelphia on.
Okay.
When's your birthday?
July 26th.
Too late. I was gonna get you a nice jersey.
So yeah. So as it still goes on, we roll with it. Again, Philly in the house. You have not kicked out, from my understanding, you have not kicked out the New Orleans Saints. They're no longer relevant. So you now, you now got in place Philadelphia. So that's what Coach Julius Hall has done. He made that decision. So we now go to someone else who is a star, and that's Star Andrews. She's the African woman, and it's the first African woman to medal at the U.S. Championships. Again, Star Andrews. What's your thoughts with regard in his figure skating, Coach Julius Hall? What's your thoughts about that?
Well, I'm with Star because I like her uniform, and so if she's ever at the Savannah Civic Center skating in the Ghost Hockeys or whatever, the Ghost Pirates, they're there also. I'm going to see Star. I'm not going to see the Ghost Pirates. I'm going to see Star. Now I will go see the Hurricanes. And Jamal, we need to have the Hurricanes coach back on because they're undefeated, aren't they?
Yeah, they have. Okay, I know they played in Atlanta this weekend. So, but yeah, I'll go ahead and contact him and get him on. See if we can get him on next week, if not the week after. So yeah, because again, it'd be right.
He texted me the other day, wanted to know how you can get it to the new magazines that we have.
Okay.
We're going to make sure we tell the people about our magazines. Don't y'all forget, we got 2: the Port City Review and Hello Savannah.
And in fact, it's time for a commercial.
Oh yeah, show this. Where's producer? Where you at, producer? Can the producer get us to a commercial? That is I think she can. Can you get that? Okay.
We are back. Ebony Sports supporters. Got Coach Julius Hall in the house. Coach Julius Hall in the house. Jamal Teray. So you all share. And we now come to this right here because it's still a lingering issue. Ed Reed's Bethune-Cookman University, and now also you have supporters who are not looking at supporting Bethune, financial supporters who want to do things for Bethune. What's your thoughts on this entire saga that's been going on for a couple of weeks right now, Coach Julius Hall?
Crazy. Oh, I also want to tell you that Chris loaded up 3 videos for you, so they're in here. So anytime that you want me to play them, I'll play them. But he loaded up 3 videos. You just tell me which one, okay?
All right. But anyway, on them soon. Yeah.
Okay. Ed Reed, Bethune-Cookman, you have to stop acting like you're Harvard. You're not Harvard. You have to get.
Can you pause for a second?
Yes, sir.
The opinion of Coach Julius Hall is merely opinion of Coach Julius Hall, not the opinion of Ebony Sports Reporters. Bethune-Cookman, we love you. We love you, Bethune-Cookman University, Daytona Beach. We love y'all.
Look, you have to stop acting like you're Harvard University or Yale or Princeton or something. People, you have a program that's in the dumps. You have an academic program that's in the dumps. So you have to do something to bring that up. So you do what Jackson State did. You go out and get a celebrity. When you go out and get that celebrity, you have to support it. That celebrity is controversial, or he'd already been coaching. So he's controversial. So you know that. This Ed Reed, he's liable to say any damn thing. This Ed Reed, he might say some stuff that I say. So this Ed Reed, so you know who you got. You put your hand in the bag and the snake bites you. You knew that was a snake in the bag.
Oh wow. Wow.
So this Ed Reed, you know his personality. You trying to make him be somebody he ain't. But what he could have did was brought your program back up. Brought your school back up to royalty. Back when you was whipping Florida A&M butt, not Florida A&M whipping you like y'all ain't nothing. So you had a billionaire investor was giving money to Bethune-Cookman because Ed Reed was there and he wanted to help. He knew that they were going to be in the spotlight. He was probably going to name the field after himself or the stadium. He was probably going to do work. Now you lose that when you fire Ed Reed because you think that you're doing the politically correct thing. Sometimes you just got to take the heat. People these days, especially black people in black institutions, they're scared of heat. They're scared of heat. And I'm like Bernard Brown. Bring the heat. I'm a 1099. Nobody don't pay me with who I go after or who come after me. Or come to me for help. So you have to be able to put yourself in place to be great. They put themselves in place by saying, okay, we had Deion down at Jackson State. Now we got Ed Reed here, Bethune-Cookman. This gonna work. That will tell other athletes. See, that's just what they did when they got rid of Ed Reed. Then now they're telling the other black athletes, we can't come be ourselves.
Oh, okay.
We want to come and help your lowly program, but then you want to act all bougie and whatever the hell that them words is. They want to come and do all that stuff. So I can't help you no more. Because you done fired me or you done got rid of me or you done, why hadn't they signed this guy's contract? Reggie Diaz, great basketball player, played there in Chicago till Mike kicked him out of the city and took his wife. But Reggie Diaz, he down there. He should have did what yeah, I'm a sports fool, so I could call it all the way back. Hey, I ain't got to think about it. I ain't got to go research it. I just know it. I'm a sports fool. Y'all think I do politics? I really do sports. So but Reggie Theus should have did the right thing and signed Ed Reed. Go ahead and get this out there so we can all go down there. Savannah State should have did the right thing and signed Lamar Owens Jr. He's a local celeb, been on all levels, and could have came back and did something with the school and inspired us to be great alumni, to be great booster club members, and had season tickets, But what did Savannah State do? Some people dropped the ball. So, that's my thing on that. I know I talk too much. Go ahead.
My mother sent a card in. My mama said, "What's wrong with Coach Julius Hall? Does he really think that FAMU will beat Bethune-Cookman now? That it's not out the box right now. FAMU will not win against Bethune-Cookman." That was my mama said. So just let you know, she thinks something.
Tell Mama Lee that you have to Google it. I don't know when the last time Bethune-Cookman beat Florida A&M. I don't know when it was. It might have been in the last decade once or so.
Wow.
That's something we need to find out.
Wow.
Correct me if I'm wrong. If somebody's out there that can Google it, the last. But Bethune-Cookman program is in the dumps, and I don't even think they can't even beat Savannah State.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Again, the opinions of Coach Julius Hall, merely opinions of Coach Julius Hall, not the opinion of Ebony sports reporters. Just to let y'all know that.
What?
So
They can't beat Savannah State?
Okay.
Imagine what kind of game that was, that Ed Reed bringing his team here to play us. We going there to play Ed Reed.
Oh, yes.
And that's why when you have presidents like somebody out of Savannah State and you got an athletic director that's out of Savannah State and they not from here and they don't know anything. They don't know what this boy did at BC, Lamar Owens Jr. They don't know what he did in high school. They don't know what he did in college. They don't know the greatness of the athleticism that he possessed to bring awards here. The greatest sports award in this given to anybody in the city.
Gotcha.
Football. So they don't know that because they're not from it. So they don't understand the significance behind giving this guy the job that can bring my program up here, make students want to enroll here, to make me look good and my team to win and the city be behind us.
Right.
But you go all the way to Howard, somewhere up in Washington, D.C., and bring back somebody nobody knows. This is asinine. You got the wrong people in wrong positions.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So now we move on to the Carolina Panthers. What goes on? Steve Wilkes had been the coach. Steve Wilkes, I think, had a 6-6 during his time period of being the head coach for Carolina Panthers, 6-6. But then Frank Reich, who had been terminated or removed from the Indianapolis Colt, excuse me. If someone go back in time with regard to the Colt franchise and Peyton Manning and all of them and Johnny Unitas, even you want to say Baltimore Colts, because again, they're in Indianapolis right now. But what goes on? Frank Reich terminated, fired. That you didn't have a sportscaster or a sports announcer not come up, and he now is the head coach. So now you have an individual by the name of Steve Wilkes who's on the outside. But then Tepper, the owner, he's not talking about trying to bring up the old boys network. what is the hypocrisy in all this conversation with regard to that? Again, he said that he hired black female, and again, but that's not what is going on in that head coaching position when he did an admirable job. What's your thoughts on that, Coach Judy Hall, regarding Steve Wilkes?
Well, we know for sure that in the sports world, that in college football, in the NFL especially, all they do is recycle white coaches. Whether they win or not, whether they're fired or not.
Yes.
Who on the national profile, seeing you get fired, is going to hire you?
Okay.
It just don't work that way. But they recycle those coaches.
Right.
But they don't recycle or give the opportunity to black coaches.
Right.
As much as they recycle old coaches. They won for a year here. Frank Wright won in Buffalo. And but he lost everywhere else he been. So why not give this league some excitement?
Right.
These coaches need to just open this league up. Football is not football as we knew it before. It has become a scripted sport almost. Not like Adrian Foster said, but like scripted as in what they're doing, not as in not what they're telling the players to say. It's scripted for the coaches to come back and be at certain teams. You can't win here, maybe we'll switch you over here. We can't win here, maybe we'll switch you over here. It's the old theme of quarterbacks also. Look how long it took us to get black quarterbacks as many as we have now today. So coaching, I feel like it'll be the same after a while because, see, you got to open this thing up. You got to open it up, and be exciting with your football. Black quarterbacks, I'm not hyped about 2 black quarterbacks in the league for the first time, in the Super Bowl for the first time. They should have been there years ago. We just weren't given opportunities. And then when you get there, you're getting Tom Brady sneaking in there every time, 7 times. The first one, he should have never been in there. Tuck Rule was never supposed to be. That they should have never beat Oakland that day.
Right. That's it.
Tuck Rule every day in football now, but they don't call it.
Right.
They call it a fumble. Yeah.
So yes, indeed. So now we move on to if you are, this is for the grown people. If you are a child, you can't handle it. I understand. If you got to go into another room, that's fine. But we're going to have a conversation about this, and it is about exploding nuts. Exploding nuts. You have the video, Coach Julius Hall. Exploding nuts. Exploding nuts.
Here you go.
Athletic
The Clemson
nuts.
Tigers guard Brevin Galloway undergoes emergency surgery after his nuts explodes. Man, check this out.
So this morning I went to lift. I came back. I took a nap. I woke up from my nap. My balls and my nutsack were exploded. Now I go to the doctor. I have surgery 3 hours later. My balls are reduced to the normal size. I don't know what happened to my balls. I guess they were trying to be like basketballs. But we made it. Now I'm going to be spoiled for the next 48 hours. And I will be back in a uniform shortly.
How much weight do you have to even try to lift for something like this to happen? Man, hit the comments below. Let me know what y'all think about this. It's a wild one right here.
Hit your comments below. All of you looking at the show, and let's elaborate on exploding nuts. Go ahead, Coach Julius Hall. You got the floor.
Well, I understand what he's talking about. I really do. I've had that happen before, to me, to some degree. not to the extent for which he is suffering. Right now, we had the whole house, all the carpet done in the house today. And I had to move certain things around. And I could feel it myself from lifting things in an awkward way. I could feel it when I moved everything in for the people to come in, do the carpets. And they did 5 rooms. I understand what he's talking about.
You understand? I
understand.
You had experience with your nuts that almost, your gonads that almost exploded. Okay, I got
nuts exploding. Mine didn't explode, but I probably needed some nuts.
Yes. And we got another video, Coach Julius Hall, and this is Tony Romo.
All right, let's be fair. Let's watch it one more time and see if he was about to say niggas. All right, let's be fair to Tony Romo. Let's be fair.
The extra yards, the tough yards, the finish on the play. Right there, you got 3.
Guys.
Do it again. Show me. Do it again. I'm gonna try to do it again. I'm gonna turn it up more.
Hold on.
Coach Julius Hall. What do you think? Because you're an investigator also, so what did you hear in conjunction with your eyes?
I want to give him the benefit of the doubt because I don't think he was. I hope. Nobody's ever said that Tony Romo be in environments that that produces this type of thought that we're thinking right now. He was about to say, "You got 3 and he might have said near, 3 near defenders. He might have been saying, it's a whole lot that he could have been saying.
Interesting.
I don't know, Jamal. I promise you, I don't know whether he was about to say that or not. I'm gonna give Tony Romo the benefit of the doubt. I've never seen or heard anything where he was like that. But he's Jerry Jones' ex son-in-law or something like that, or current son-in-law dating Jerry's daughter. So ain't no telling what he was about to say.
All right.
I don't know.
Coach Stud, you in the house. Glad to have you here, Coach Stud. We're gonna do some.
I apologize for being late, but I had a situation going on with Mama. I had to go handle it, but I made it. And also, Jamal, I'm wearing what I'm true lamb today. So some of those.
I saw it. I had saw it. Yes, indeed. So, Coach Julius Hall, I'm gonna do this because we got Coach Stud. Coach Stud is joining us. We are here at Ebony Sports Reporters where we say share. Julius Hall says share. We all say share. All of his employees. So, can you replay this video for Coach Eric? We want to get his opinion, his thoughts on it, and see how Coach Stud feel about it. Because again, when you are a high school athlete, you ain't gotta listen to stuff. You can have a different experience. And this is regarding Tony Romo.
Huh? You want him to see it?
Yeah. We can let him see it. So yes.
All right, let's be fair. Let's watch it one more time and see if he was about to say niggas. All right, let's be fair to Tony Romo. Let's be fair.
The extra yards, the tough yards, the finish on the play. Right there, you got 3
Guys.
Do it again. Show me. Do it again. I'm gonna try to do it again. I'm gonna turn it up more.
Hold on.
On my end, now Coach Stud, were you able to see the whole thing? Because on my end, it was disjointed. Coach Hall, Coach Eric. So were you able to see the whole thing?
I sound like that's exactly what he was about to say to me. I don't know how I missed that during the game, though. I be keyed in on everything. I be so busy watching offensive line and D line in the trenches. People just look at the skill possession players. I like to the up in the trenches what count. The D line that opening up them holes for the running backs and the skill position players. But very interesting.
Coach Julius Hall said it was okay for Tony Romo to use the N-word because he down
I
with us.
never said that.
I'm gonna beg to differ with you and beg to differ that Coach Hall condoned him using that. No.
I never said that.
Because he said that out of all of us, he's the only one got a team going to the Super Bowl, and now he has 2 teams now. He's not adding on Philadelphia as his team also. So that's why even one of our viewers, Tony Mitchell, had to tell him, like, slow it down, son. So and he said he gonna take on Colorado next year when Deion is out there coaching. He said he gonna probably take him on during spring break, but that's what he said. So, but yeah, he said that Tony Romo, it was all right if Tony Romo was about to use the word because he got connection with us. That's what he said.
Surprisingly that he's with CBS Fox. I think it's CBS. I'm surprised that CBS didn't have some feedback from them with that. That's pretty much exactly what was finna be said.
And Tony Mitchell, I guess he let it be known he is a supporter of the Colorado Avalanche. That's what he's down, the Avalanche out in Colorado. That's what he's down with for hockey. So again, and that I will say the Avalanche is one of the teams that I used to like. Patrick Waugh. I might say, hey, but we're gonna move on because again, Tony Romo got a pass from Coach Julius Hall, and so now we go Jamad Finn. She is a former college athlete down here who has a nonprofit that celebrates and promotes basketball with girls. And so we have a video of her. There's one because there's a couple of videos of her, but there's one that we just want y'all to see. That's Jamad Finn.
You ready?
Yes, sir.
Ramadan Mubarak, Holy Records. Ramadan Mubarak, Nakul Muslim.
Let me show it to you again.
Ramadan Mubarak, Holy Records. Ramadan Mubarak, Nakul Muslim.
She can shoot.
You can definitely shoot now.
And
had a different crossover too.
Yeah, she did. She got handles.
There's several videos of her. And
was that on the Boston Celtics floor?
Yeah, I think.
Okay, yes, okay.
So yeah, because she got a couple on some other courts around the entire country. So yeah, she's been promoting that. So we just want to give acknowledgement with regard to Jamad Finn. And so again, and the work that she's doing, and with regards to getting young ladies to now be involved with regards to recreation, and that because the need is there, the need is absolutely there. And so now there's some breaking news. Also, it is said that the state of Florida, I think High School Athletic Association, are not saying that young girls. Are they proposing that girls now let it be known when they're having their menstrual cycle, when they have their menstrual cycle.
They have to let it be known.
Have to let it be known. And some people are now screaming about that, saying, "Wait a minute, that this is infringing too much." What's your thoughts with regard to that? They're like saying now, "Hey, we need to know when you have to report when you have your menstrual cycle."
On me?
I'm just throwing it out there to y'all because that's one of the little breaking news things. But yeah,
my opinion, that should be kept confidential. I think they're going a little bit too far. I got to concur with that. Have that been passed yet in the state of Florida?
Not yet. Right, but you have some insane ones who are not proposing that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what they're proposing. That's what they want to push. They want to push that. So yeah.
What's your thought on that, Coach Hall?
Almost everybody in Florida is insane. except you, Coach. You know, except you and your people. Everybody else in Florida is insane anyway, because they still got Ron DeSantis. I don't see no protests against nothing DeSantis says there. DeSantis can tell y'all that, okay, we're going to have boats lined up in Miami and all black people got to go back to Africa, and ain't nobody going to protest. Y'all might not go, but there ain't nobody going to protest. I've never seen nobody in Florida standing up like they do all across the country, and I don't know what the reason is. My thoughts is that they should not be looking into the locker rooms of young females. Was that sports related, or was that throughout?
Yeah, sports related. Yeah.
Sports related, you have to say when your cycle is on.
Right.
Okay, well, I guess there's some reason for it, for blood related issues or something. So it might be something that might need to be addressed so that other players can be aware of it or something. I don't know what their reasoning is. So I can't really give you a professional answer from my professional perspective. But I don't like her outfit for one. The girl, Jamar Finn. I don't like her outfit. It needs to be, how me and Bernard and Coach Rob likes the outfits. All outfits need to be tight and showing your figure. So no, she should take that outfit off, and I don't mind her having the head wrap, but she got to take that outfit off.
Oh Lord, that's why I was fearful of that. But Coach Hughes Hall, what Florida is doing, just to go and just clarify, the opinion of Coach Hughes Hall, merely opinion of Coach Hughes Hall, not the opinion of Ebony sports reporters. Jamar Finn, sister, we down with you, bam. But what it is for all athletes, all in Florida, they're saying all athletes, and that this is tied to specifically that I should say how they classify that they must know their menstrual history. So for them to be eligible, they must fill out a form so that way that they must then go ahead and then let it be known what is their menstrual history. I think it's tied to some other things that we're going to probably find out later on what the deal is. So for them to be classified as playing a girl sport, then I guess they're going to try to assert that means that when you be a girl, you must have a menstrual cycle. So it's going to get interesting. So that way, I just like that door with regards to that. So that way, so now, and they have to provide their menstrual history. Now again, and like you said, it seemed to be a bit far-fetched with regards to that you even go to that point, your menstrual history.
Okay. So,
Coach Stud, since you just joined us, and we'll be wrapping it up because we're not going to be prolonging it all. What's your thoughts with regards to what transpired this weekend with regards to Philadelphia doing what it did to San Francisco, and then Kansas City cheating?
So we got to go back and look at the video for that? You did the Tony Romo.
What? What? I just said that Kansas City cheated.
That's not what you're saying. You don't mix the cheated with the cheated. You said Kansas City.
Oh no, that was
team like that.
I did not hear him say that.
He all sensitive. He's all sensitive. Like Kansas City, and with regards to the cheating, because again, what's your thoughts with regards to again Philadelphia? They crushed San Francisco, Kansas, and Patrick Mahomes cheated his daddy. he cheated his daddy when they were in Burrowhead. What's your thoughts on that? Because we want to at least give Coach Stud his opportunity. We want to give him his opportunity because I know he got some thoughts with regard to that about the cheating that went on, and then with regards to Burrowhead Stadium, and then also what happened in Philly and what's going to happen in the Super Bowl.
Let me start with Philly because there was definitely some. I was texting Coach Hall during the game. It was definitely some terrible calls in that game. Now, let's go to Philly. Philly just dominated every aspect of the game. And I don't think if the quarterback would have got hurt, the 49ers, I don't think it would have made a difference. They still would have won by double digits, even with the young rookie in there.
All right.
Now, Kansas City, I just don't feel the best team won that night, but I have to live with the results of the scoreboard. Unfortunately, it was the call on the linebacker there. He did hit him out of bounds, but some things happened in the game that was just awful, man. I mean, you gave them so many plays to get the first down, and then they got them off the field, and then you say, no, stop it. We're going to do another one, and gave them another play. And then they end up didn't get it, but hey, they still don't get it. We're going to help you a little more, give them a penalty, and then get them the game. So really, that was beyond home cooking, In basketball, referees favor home teams, but I have never seen it like they've done for the Kansas City Chiefs. And that concerns me in the Super Bowl. Is it in with that jersey Coach Hall got on? Is it in there for Patrick? What his name?
Marlboro.
Yes, to win it, because I just believe that they control the outcome of professional sports, But
this was a jersey I want y'all to know that Patrick Mahomes heard us on this show talking about him and saw that I was a big Kansas City Chief fan because all I really had was this. So Patrick Mahomes sent me this authentic jersey himself and told me that if they get to the next year's Super Bowl, that he'd have me tickets. So we're not only going this year, we're going next year also. So just let you know, Jamal. Chiefs.
Coach Stud, I'm gonna say to you, what your announcer, it was lights out. Your announcer was lights out. You had a lights out analysis. Lights out. That's what you did. Yes.
Thank you. I'm sure a lot more viewers probably saw it the same way too,
Yes, indeed.
Well,
yes, indeed.
I'm going to tell y'all this. What I saw was Philadelphia dominated San Francisco, and like Coach Eric said, there was nothing they could have did about that.
Right.
The defense for San Francisco, they had already studied and knew how to break it down, and Jalen Hurts did a great job. Now, what the factor in this Super Bowl will be whether Philadelphia's defense, who played like they have never played all year, can they stop a 2-week off Patrick Mahomes where he has had time to get that ankle right. He's a dangerous kid, healthy. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And he has shown you that he elevates when he's on this stage. So we have to look at whether this is going to be a great game. Man, I'm talking about this is going to be a great game. Kansas City defense stepped up. Philadelphia's defense stepped up. I knew that Joe Cool, as cool as he is, would not last against Kansas City. Really, Kansas City laid down and didn't score anything but a field goal in the second half. So Kansas City really laid down. It wasn't that their defense, Cincinnati's defense stepped up. Kansas City laid down, and I blame that on the coach. You have to get like Deion now. If I was coaching in the NFL, which I should be, there would never, ever, 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 ever be prevent defense. There's no such thing as a prevent defense. Prevent defense, that means it prevents you from winning. So there would never ever be. I'm gonna have my cornerbacks. I'm gonna call Deion. Send me cornerbacks. Teach them what to do. I'm gonna draft all of them.
Yes.
Teach them what to do, because you're gonna cover that man 1-on-1. I ain't got time for you to worry about nobody else. That's why Deion said he was in a fight in San Francisco, because he was in cover 2. And he played under, somebody else play on top. But the guy beat Deion twice over top. And the San Francisco safety said, "Oh, don't worry about it, I got it." He just disregarded Deion twice. So the third time, Deion slapped him. To get him right. He told me he was going to sue Deion. But Deion got him right. But that's what kind of defense I'm gonna play. If you're gonna beat me, you're gonna beat me in the defense I've been stopping you with all game. All game I've been stopping you. Now I'm gonna go to a different defense and let you beat me underneath. No.
Yes. Well, good point. Good point. And this has been Ebony Sports Reporters with Coach Stud, Coach Julius Hall. And he's made his prediction. Other predictions, but he's saying it will be a game time decision with regards to. That's what you said. You're going to make a game time decision as to who you will say will win the Super Bowl.
Well, I'm going with Patrick Mahomes right now.
Okay.
But especially him having this amount of rest on that ankle, and he will be dangerous to Philadelphia. Jalen, they're studying him now so they can get him under wraps. There's nothing you can do about a Patrick Mahomes. He's liable to do anything. But that's my prediction. I'm going to go with Philadelphia by 3. I'm going to tell y'all that Colorado will have a 9-4 season, and at the University of Colorado with Deion, and the Denver Broncos will have a 9-8 season. So
okay, all right.
What?
Yeah,
those are predictions you could take.
So you, Coach, how you're picking Philadelphia by 3?
Philadelphia by 3. No. Did I say that?
Yes, you did.
No. I'm sorry. I got a brain swamp and a brain fog just now. Kansas City by 3. My bad. I don't know what I'm thinking about. Kansas City. Let me explain. Kansas City by 3 because they will get Jalen in a box and keep him there. You can't put Patrick Mahomes, a healthy Patrick Mahomes, in no box. Some teams lucked up and beat him, but when him and Kelsey, and y'all know that if they had Tyreek Hill, it wasn't going to be nobody to stop him. But they got back to the Super Bowl without Tyreek, which was an outstanding, versatile player on this team. Yeah. So they got back there without Tyreek. So just about that for a second. They got back to the Super Bowl without Tyreek. They sent him down to Miami. Sunshine, him and Tom Brady. Tom Brady over there in Tampa, he down there in Miami, they're having fun. But what I'm saying is that you got to look at it that it's going to be hard to beat these people. It's going to really be hard to beat these people. So Kansas City by 3.
You said Kansas City by Coach Hall. You said
Kansas City by 3.
Oh, by 3.
For me, I like the team with the better defense. The team on the neutral site, the team with the better defense is Philadelphia. So I'm going to go to Eagles 28-24.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So we'll be moving on. We said everyone share. You can check us out on YouTube and that's on the Our Black Media channel. in addition, you can check us out on Facebook, Our Black Media on Facebook. And then if you just want to get the texts and all that and other information from us, you can check us out also on Roku television. That will not live, but it'll be delayed. You'll probably see us with reruns on tomorrow of this show right here. And you can record the prediction that has been done by Coach Julius Hall, who says also he's going to help us go on to the Ghost Pirates. We become part of the Ghost Pirates tandem. So yes, Coach Julius Hall.
And my brother-in-law, if Coach Eric can come in and go watch the Ghost Pirates, then we'll go watch the Ghost Pirates. You like hockey?
Not really, but it'd be interesting to go though.
Okay, we want to see how it's played. I don't know the rules of hockey. All I know is they got to put that little puck in the goal. It's like soccer, but it's a violent sport, and I don't want to take my grandkids there to see these kids beating up on each other. And it's a violent sport. But they want to talk about baseball, basketball, and football. But hockey is the most violent sport there is. They knock each other's teeth out on a regular basis, and nothing is ever said. It's a sport that they just give a pass. But when you got a predominantly black sport like football or basketball, then they want to talk about it all the time, and that's what I don't understand and don't agree with.
Yes.
But I'll go watch the bums.
Where they actually play at there?
At the new arena.
Okay, you took me by there.
Yeah. We'll go to when you in town. We'll go by there again with Jamal, and we got a professional, a semi-pro team basketball team here that's undefeated. Coach Stubb. Undefeated. So we need to, go see them. Maybe you'll be here on a Saturday that they go play. They play 3:00 every set. Whenever they're home, they play 3:00 at Beach High School. If you get here in time, we might go see them.
Okay.
Yes, indeed. And so to all of you, we thank you all for joining us, Ebony Sports Reporters. We await the prediction to see what happened with regards to Coach Julius Hall. And so Coach Stud, everybody in the house, Coach Julius Hall, Coach Stud, we are signing out. We'll see y'all next week.
Hold on. What's your prediction?
What's my prediction? It was going to be Philadelphia.
Score?
Well, the score is, I'm going to say the score is going to be 27-20.
27-20 Philadelphia. Okay. And Coach, you said 24 to what?
28-24 Philly.
28-24 Philly. And I'm going to say the score is going to be 31-28 Kansas City. All right? So we got understood. It's on record. Jamal can't change his mind. See, he usually tell you he said the team, and then we don't never get a team out of him. So now we got a team out of him. So y'all just stand by. We're going to end the show. Y'all stand by tomorrow. We got Financial Sins at 1. We got 6 o'clock. We got Incarceration to Incorporation. 8:30 we have scorebiggerdating.com virtual hangout. We got shows in between those times. We'll put up this show here. You'll be able to see again probably around 4 o'clock tomorrow. You'll probably be seeing this show, and so just tune in. We got all this for you. You'll have Taking the Journey again tomorrow, and Mona Lisa Monroe again tomorrow. So y'all tune in and watch all our shows and the reruns of those shows and the live shows tomorrow also. All right?
All right.
Thank y'all for joining. Y'all don't go nowhere. Coach Eric, don't hit that button. We'll be right back. All right.
All right.
like that. to it.